So one, there is a big focus on tax incentives, and if you heard from Kese earlier, we have a plethora of tax incentives in the laws already. And a question that keeps coming to me is that have we fully utilized these incentives? If you look at from manufacturing to agro-processing to waste processing to livestock to real estate, have we fully utilized these? And that's where, again, data comes to mind. What lessons have we learned from running these incentives over time? One typical area I would just want to flag is the real estate, and the incentive we have there is almost a tax holiday for 5 years if you go into low-cost housing. Over the past 6 to 10 years, I've had a number of clients ask me about this incentive, but I've not been able to get one single client through. So there is something wrong with how we are implementing it, and it's important that as we go into the 24-hour economy and what it offers, it promises, we also learn lessons from what implementation of the various incentives have been over time. And for me, a key risk would be what Prof has highlighted earlier. How sustainable would this be over time? Definitely, the whole 24-hour economic policy is exciting. It's transformational. If you look at the breadth of the programs and the thinking behind the policy, it encompasses the entire spectrum of the economy, and it's exciting. But if there's anything I've learned in my experience, excitement alone does not crack it. It has to do with the hard work that comes with the actual implementation, ensuring that the administrative bottlenecks are not, we deal with those administrative bottlenecks, we deal with the efficiency that we want to see. And there are bright examples in the public sector that we can speak to, but I think that the issue would be how an investor gets that feeling across the various authorities. So Casey talks about some brilliant initiatives the GIPC has put in place, and I can attest to them. I can sit, well, it's not good for business, but I can sit in my office and renew for GIPC, register for GIPC, etc. And that is great. Do we get the same feeling across? There are some offices you still get the frustration, but if we are getting a consistent feeling across, then we are arriving at where we need to be. Specifics across the regulatory landscape. These policies are proposals as they are now. We have a brilliant 24-hour economic document, very detailed, which is also very good. But there are actions that need to be taken. We would need to put a lot of these into law before we can speak to them, or we can say they are operational. For instance, the incentives around running 3 shifts, you get between 2 to 6% rebate on your corporate tax, which is great. And the whole idea of aligning tax incentives to specific targets is something that is worth praising. As Prof has mentioned, if we are looking at lessons from the Asian tigers, tying tax incentives to actual production, this is a clear example that the 24-hour economy policy is looking to bring. So if you are running 3 shifts, you get an incentive. If you employ to a particular number, you get an incentive. That's great. So we are looking forward to seeing the bills come through and the stakeholder engagement, so that stakeholders from private sector, consultants, stakeholders across can make inputs, so we can have these laws become actionable laws. So just like various facets in Ghana. Our laws are not the issue, but the implementation is the issue. And I hope that when it comes to the 24-hour economy, how we transform, implementation, we will do much better than what we have done in the past. Just one area I want to flag, the 24-hour economy proposes to have specialized economic zones, for instance, for specialized sectors, etc. Again, I would say that we would have no business setting up a new agency, center, or authority, as Kese would soon be. The Free Zones Authority has run, and that concept is very similar to a Free Zones area. The Free Zones Authority has run free zones for decades, and all the challenges that these zones come with, they have faced, and hopefully overcome a number of them. We've raised them. These are very well documented, where some unscrupulous investors come in as A. By the time they are doing the 10 years, they turn and become AB. So my point is that these zones, whatever we want to call them, they should be run by the existing bureaucracy that we already have, so that the lessons, the institutional lessons and expertise can be utilized to implement these policies.